Is the earth a common place for the people who inhabit? Should our planet be the home of all equally? If the earth can have owners who claim it is their own, can the people be owned by others? They worked for centuries, certainly. Relatively recently in history of our race, slavery was abolished but prisoners still exist in this planetary prison. Is every human being owner of himself, his life, feeling, and thoughts? Is there a natural gift of existence, or only reason for the logical? Or politics and civil law to translate into law? The fish belong to the fisherman who caught it, but do the seed of the water have an owner who snatches the fish caught by the fisherman from his hand, thanks to his skill and time and energy dedicated to that effect? The fish in the water, before being caught by the fishermen to whom they belonged, those people who possess something of value can leave as an inheritor to whom they wish. Are children born with the right to inherit what their parents had in life? Nature is the greatest common good for all people in the planet? Yes. The gift and talent of a newborn, to whom they belong, to their parents, state, religion, or the parent process, or belong exclusively to the newborn? Even it looks like the adult eye cannot manage their own will. Do you respect the natural freedom of people, the unique characteristic and the futures that make them a special being? Or it turns out that the edges of polish and shave the contours that stand out in order to fit as a perfect piece in the machinery called system? The negative headquarters has invented the institution to condition the vital movement of the human being. It is a dual world. He has managed to distinguish between work and fun. However, can there be a fun job? Of course. The work should always be pleasant for those who practice. You can love the activity that generates income for the livelihood only when you enjoy each of the acts, and only if those acts are in tune with the internal nature of a person. Is this the usual norm? Why employees who rent and offer their time and energy in exchange for a salary have to pay taxes for that work? How many jobs are done with joy and how many with suffering? The vital occupation is that performance is in society that produces good services and a benefit to involve parties that enjoy it. That is energy method, planetary social digital currency based on the human currency owned by each citizen in particular, and voluntary exchange for the time and energy, and the economy of cooperation that does not include mediator of a third party to oversee the action. This anarchy of the soul that we call global humanized capitalism highlights the property of the cosmic energy and the work created as a party that dances in the community, never moving between the state, religion, of course, totally outside of the tyranny of the market that improves arbitrary laws. Who own this method? Energy methods belong exclusively to these users, men and women who freely exercise it in enjoyment of their given talent. It is owned by those who dynamize and build global nation, the land of all citizens of the world who express the improved society through the natural, healthy, and people process that harmonizes with the fundamental humanistic principle, which is why joy is shared among all of its members and owners. The resource of the talents and gift cannot be snatched from any government or international organization. World Bank Given Talents is the only bank that does not charge interest or generate debts. On the contrary, give loans that are or bonds to cooperate with the community. So entrepreneurs rises their boldest ideas and creativity takes the vanguard of society. Energy methods prevent hunger and poverty. Both parties reach in an agreement and payment of the fees may well be one energy and you can get 4 energies. In each agreement and transaction, 3 new energies are generated, which enable civil society to improve with each activity carried out by its members. Every encounter is an opportunity for mutual enrichment. The reciprocal help is contagious, and the altruistic evolution begins his march. We arise the banner of silence and rebellion. The exercise of given talents belongs exclusively to each citizen. World population is rich in human excellence and can now prove the validity of the fundamental humanistic principle, demonstrating what is capable of doing without having to go through the institution of the system. On this condition is established the opportunity of life, full of meaning, that every man and woman deserve to achieve them for themselves without being forced to attempt against the dignity, the freedom of all the people.